Hey, it's the Gang Breaks Kayfabe, and, well, it's just Tim, Cash, and Draven again tonight. We may be joined later by Jason. We're not real sure. He stormed off.
Why'd you say again tonight? Like, when's this happened before?
It's just the three of us again?
And breaking news here, we have a sponsor for the episode.
We have a sponsor?
We have a sponsor for this episode. This episode is sponsored by the Jugulator. He just doesn't know it yet. I will send him a PayPal for the payment. But he does have new action figure available, which is actually pretty sweet. Like, this isn't one of those like custom painted ones. It's everything's printed. Like, the skull on there is a separate printed piece, and all his tattoos are separate printed. And then,
well, where can you get those?
Also has a beer brand here. Jugulator Curb Stomp Ale. I will be PayPaling him a thing saying pay us $14, and he won't know why, and he's gonna get really mad. But it's gonna pop.
Oh, we just need to start just doing that, hawking wrestlers merch, and then messaging them, and being like, "Hey, here's your invoice."
I wish I could put this in Jason's seat the whole episode.
Go get your own Jugulator figure. I'm not sure where, but if you follow the Jugulator on Facebook, I'm sure you can figure it out. So, what you keep teasing this story about me? Apparently, TNA is taking advantage of me.
No. So, as you may know or may not know, Cash is the Dude Wipes guy, and he's known for hawking their wares. And they now have an advertising deal with TNA where they're going to have Dude Wipe Man be involved in a major storyline. He's got some kind of name, but yeah, TNA is going to literally take a character.
His name has got to be. If it's not this, they're messing up. His name's got to be Duke Brown.
Well, hey, TNA, nice. Your Duke Brown is right here.
I was like, who do I know who's associated with Dude Wipes who is also a wrestler?
Hey, right here.
How associated are you, Cash?
I did a Man on the Street interview with
in New York City.
Andrew WK
that's right.
in New York City.
I saw that. I remember now. It's like a beautiful mind right now, just popping in.
Yeah, when we were in New York City, it was me, Tim, Jason, and our buddy Joel. We went to see the Thunder play the Knicks. Mm-hmm. And we were like right across from Madison Square Garden. And the day of the show, early, me and Jason got up and was just walking around. And Fuse TV was doing a Man on the Street segment to promote Dude Wipes. And they pointed at Jason
Andrew
first.
WK.
Yeah, and they asked Jason at first if he wanted to do it. And Jason was like, no, but this guy probably will. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And basically just riffed it. And Andrew WK afterwards was like, you could have just taken that whole ad if you wanted it. He was like, you fucking killed that, man. And I was like, this is my wheelhouse.
It was.
Why didn't you go on more auditions and start a demo and send it out? I mean, you have the hardest job of all. You wrangle us every week on this goddamn podcast.
Yeah. Well, Cash was so on his feet and just like the way we talk to each other or whatever, because Cash was like, yeah, I'm never going to shower again. And the guy's like, yeah, and Andrew WK goes, no more showers. It was funny.
Yeah.
Wow. So this podcast full of a bunch of gimmicky shtick up top here.
I
like it.
I'll find the in the comments below. I'll find the video and post it. It's on YouTube, so I'll post a link to it. But okay, so we'll merge forward with Jason or without Jason. He may join us again. There's a ghost issue. There's a haunting that he has to attend to. It could be that there's going off the drink.
Creature. Hopefully, there's a Slimer-like creature there to help him out because he's gonna need
help. If the Slimer is made of booze, he'll just stick a. What are you drinking out of straw?
I thought a bus drove by and that he just thought they would have wine and he started chasing the bus. That's why I thought he wasn't on the episode.
Oh, it might be.
this is the second Slimer reference I've been involved in today. So
what's the other one?
My dog is in the back seat, and when he gets so excited, he just like tons of drool just fell all down my arm when I'm driving. I'm like, oh my god! And I was like, I should have named you Slimer. So yeah, this is the second
shout
time.
Out Roman.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so let's one's up. Let's get this thing started with our traditional post pay-per-view rant. And for the second week in a row, I get a 1-minute rant. This is unprecedented.
Is this one going to be actually a minute, or is this also going to be a 9-minute one?
So my rant's going to be a 1-minute rant about Omega's bullshit.
If you can fit that in a minute, you are a hell of a storyteller, sir.
That's real condensed. Condensed.
Yeah. All right. So let me know when it's time to go.
And go.
All right. So my rant for this week is about Baron Corbin and not Baron Corbin. LA Knight. Sorry, you got the Baron Corbin thing later. LA Knight. I don't understand why people like him. I am personally offended that wrestling fans love him so much. He's the most unlikable person I have seen in wrestling in so long. So maybe once he turns heel, he'll be amazing. But right now, he's the most unlikable, super over guy. I don't understand the appeal at all.
You still got.
Hey, saved time this year.
Look at that.
A year this time.
And 100% agreed.
Here's what I'll say about him. Him, the dude, I think I actually like. Like, he was on one of The Rock's reality game shows like 15 years ago before he got a WWE deal. And he was a real personable guy on there. Like, he seemed like a good dude. But I don't get him in ring whatsoever.
Yeah, he probably is a good dude. I don't know, but yeah, the LA Knight character, I don't understand why it's over. I don't like. Everybody's always crying because he hasn't won a title yet, and I'm just like, I don't IC title at best. Like, that is his ceiling to me.
Yeah, and so you know how some people are double jointed and their joints go extra far? He's like half jointed. Like, he doesn't unbend at all. Like, he's just like
he's just one of those old bendy figs that
like if you watch
really
him
bend.
Bump, if you're watching Bump, it's like his whole body just goes and like stays like he's very rigid. I think
he would help his own career out a little bit if he dialed back the level of difficulty on some of the shit he does. There's no reason he needs to do a standing leap to the top rope superplex every match that he hits.
He's
like 20%
mid-40s already. Yeah, he's mid-40s. Those times are over, man. I can tell you. It's gone.
All right, we'll see if LA Knight comes back up in our SummerSlam Heroes or Zeros. Of course, SummerSlam just took place 2 weeks ago, I do believe. Something like that. And instead of reviewing the whole show, we're just going to give our heroes and zeros. So does anyone really want to go first with this one?
I don't.
I'll get mine out of the way because I don't think it's going to be too controversial at all. I'm going to give a hot dog hero out to Liv Morgan.
Okay.
Because she has improved so much. She's actually one of the top workers in the company right now, in my opinion. Her look, her character, everything about what she does is really good. And she came from like a waitress background or a fitness something. So like
waitress, I think.
I think she's even eclipsed Trish as like the best model / waitress / whatever that got into the business to be a worker. I think she's better than Trish now.
I agree.
And I think her EO was the match of the night on night one by far. Nothing even came close.
It was great. When I said that to you, I thought it was going to be controversial, and you guys were going to just eat me alive because I said I think that's the best match. And then Mega's like, "Yeah, me too." And I was like, "Oh, okay, well."
Yeah. No, she was going to be my hero for SummerSlam too, and not really just that match. Not really just SummerSlam, but I just think, like she is, as far as like main level WWE workers, like she's right up there with Roman, Punk, everybody. Like when she comes out, it's it's gonna be something. I think she's amazing. I still think it's funny that anybody thinks she's like overrated or like not as good as she claims to be. And I was like, I think she's easily top 3 worker in the
right now
company.
Is this one of the?
Go ahead.
I say, isn't this one of the rare examples when they're pushing someone when they're hot?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, she shouldn't get any of the blame for the booking right now because her winning King of the Ring was stupid as fuck. Her not defending her own title for like 3 months or whatever it is dumb as fuck. But she's knocking everything out of the park that they do give to her.
Yeah. All right, Tim, you want to go next?
Yes, I do, but I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah. So I had a 0 and a hero. I knew a mega might do that one, so I saved this one. It's mug root beer.
Oh, okay.
0.
So yeah, I thought that was your hero.
No, it's my 0 because they took that moment from Chad Gable and it's just gross. Because like as a wrestler, sure you want to have go to WWE, make all this money, but you wrestle for moments like that. You know what I mean? And to have a moment like that and get it ruined by an ad that they made a little bit of money off of is just gross. I feel like a mega stance typically, and I'm always like, whatever. But this one was just a bridge too far for even me to defend.
He's been such a high-level performer on the main roster for 10 years now and has never had a singles title yet. Should have had multiple by now. In his hometown, they build to the big win. They give him and Penta plenty of time. They fucking kill it and have a great match. And then his family's in the ring, and a fucking root beer dog is there. Yeah.
Ugh, so bad.
Yeah, so I missed that while I must have looked away to do something else.
So his family came out and they're doing the whole celebration pyro, and then Root Beer Dog gets on the apron chugging a mugs and like reaches it over, and then Gable's got to come over and pose with the belt and the dog and the mug.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And then he takes 2 root beers and does the Steve Austin in the middle of the ring while his family claps to the side. It's so bad.
Yeah, it's awful. Yeah, well, that if I would have seen that, it would have been my 0 for sure. So I will go 0 for Baron Corbin. That's where I was going to bring him up, not my rant. So Baron Corbin, 0, or just, I guess, the booking of this whole thing. I got that trick. After it made me lessen my opinion of Trick Williams as a worker too, paired with his promo on Friday Night SmackDown. His promo was terrible. It's like he's shaken, after having lost to Baron Corbin. Actually him, not the character, but he himself is just this is such shitty booking, and I should not have lost to Baron bum-ass Corbin.
Hey, can I give you one explanation that might make it okay? But it's not going to happen. But if they did this would be okay. The reason they had him do this was Trick is moving up to the main event scene, and they wanted a big bad for Mello to take down, and they're making Baron Corbin the big bad for Mello to conquer, and they're putting Trick in the main. I'm not saying they're doing that. I'm saying that would be okay, but I don't know any other reason besides that.
We'll get to my thoughts on it later. I'll save it so I don't have to burn through that segment now.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be happy if Mello gets the belt, but not with Corbin's involvement.
His catchphrase is "Mello don't miss," right?
Yeah.
I am stealing this, but I saw this online. That's kind of not true, right? Because he's missed every pay-per-view in a year and a half. So Mello do miss. Mello do miss them all. I think they said Rumble 25 was the last time he was on a pay-per-view.
Holy cow.
And they just had not Money in the Bank, but they had a six-person ladder match. They couldn't get him in that thing.
He missed the Rumble, too.
He wasn't even in the Rumble this year.
Wow. Well, yeah, he's been missing. And he's been getting, he's had 36 Intercontinental title shots on SmackDown or US title. Lost every single one of them.
What's Ricky Starks going to do? What do you see them doing?
I think so. He was going to be my prediction for Money in the Bank.
No, I don't think so.
I kind of see them giving, because, I mean, if they're going to elevate him, that's a good.
Hey,
when have they elevated anyone ever? If you're not Roman, Seth, Cody, or Punk, you're not getting in the main event. Period.
Yeah. So Oba would be and think about this on Raw. Name the main eventers.
Punk.
Roman
or no.
SmackDown.
Punk's on SmackDown. Yeah.
Roman is it. He's the only main event.
Seth.
No, Seth's That's SmackDown, right?
He was Raw.
You're putting the wrong thought process into this. He literally just worked Roman for the title. It don't matter what brand he's on. It doesn't matter what any brand is on.
But I mean, the stories week to week, they just have no main event. No.
Well, like that's why right now they're like the LA Knight being shoehorned, or like
against Roman. Well, Roman's not there to advance the storyline, so nothing.
I know.
I guess LA Knight is they're trying to make a main event.
Yeah.
That's it.
Pretty much.
Next would be Oba. I mean, they'd have to do something with Oba or Breaker.
They see Braun as a main eventer. They got Oba.
Braun worked to Zawa like 2 weeks ago.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Are they? I don't watch the TVs, but I saw something scrolling through social media. Are they building the Braun versus Oba?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had Oba.
Neither one of those guys should lose that. That's the problem.
Yeah, they had Oba like.
Who's getting helped in this scenario?
I mean, the storyline's been good. Like the promo they did on Raw, like the in-ring segment where Oba gets in and immediately Adam Pearce and everyone separates him, felt very like Attitude Era Raw-ish with the standoff. But like they've been doing a pretty good job of like Breaker just kind of like wandering around aimlessly and like asking everybody like, "What do you think of Oba?" And like he's like kind of like shaken because Paul Heyman went with
had such
good things to say about Oba.
Put aside the quality of what they're presenting because you like what's on TV. How does any of this make any sense? Who benefits from it? There's going to be two losers and no winner.
I think it could be a winner, but there's definitely going to be someone's a loser. You don't want either of these guys to be a loser.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if you have like a few like pull aparts, a few like matches that don't have like a solid conclusion, you build up to like something where like there has to be a conclusion.
Yeah, one guy benefits. That's what I'm asking. Who benefits in that scenario, even if they do it? If Braun beats Oba, then Oba's all his juice that he got from Brock is gone instantly. If Oba beats Braun, he's even further down because he's lost so much juice.
That's what I'm saying.
Not winning the Rumble and getting hurt and all that. Nobody's coming out of this in a better spot than they're at now. So why are they doing it?
If they put Oba over Braun, but that really kills Braun.
But Braun doesn't have anything to give right now because he's dropped so much.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I mean, you've got to, like, we had like, I don't know. You take guys that like don't have to be in main events yet, and put them or I don't know. I think both of the guys benefit if you have good matches, good storytelling, and they both are made strong in the whole program.
I think
you still have both guys coming out better.
You're using wrestling brain. WWE is not wrestling. You can't use wrestling brain with WWE.
That's kind of what I was going to say.
I think that way.
I was going to say, Cash, there is a path to that, but it is a narrow walkway. And there's no way they're going to walk that and make it like that.
I think
any day that they're doing a story with Oba that isn't putting the title on him right fucking now, they're doing something wrong. How come when somebody gets over and gets hot, you don't go with them anymore?
It is a thing. Is like in the past, I don't know, it's been a while, 10, 15 years it's been that way.
Yeah.
Mick Foley is the last big one, right? Maybe? Who was bigger? Who was after that?
Well, they went with Daniel Bryan and they didn't want to, but like that's the last.
Yeah, I don't even want to count that. I'm saying they went with it. We got hot and there was no resistance. They just saw the wave and just rode it. You know what I mean? Like that never happens anymore. Mick Foley is probably the last one.
I don't know if I would say like I don't think you should always do it though. I don't think it's like an immediate.
I agree.
Which I'm not saying. They never haven't missed a lot of chances. Yeah. And AEW is guilty of it too. Like they'll let.
Yeah.
Like Wardlow was so fucking.
He was as hot as anyone at one point, man.
And they just refused to pull the trigger on it. Like, but yeah, I think sometimes if you, like, I wouldn't want them to every single time there seems to start being like a big fan.
Yeah, you don't want to be all trend they run with. Yeah.
But you got to do it sometimes. They just don't believe in anybody.
I agree.
That's the problem. The fans pick somebody and they say, I don't believe in you. We're going with Roman.
A good example is the way they waited for Cody. I think it was better when he won it at 40.
Yeah.
You know, when he lost at 39, it seemed like, what are they doing? They're doing the same thing they always do. But I think that one worked out. But that's not very often.
It's one of those things where now, like, where the curtain's been peeled back so far that fans aren't looking at it as, this is a bad guy, this is a good guy, or whatever. Like, I'm kind of siding with this person's side of this feud. They don't do any of that anymore. Now it's just like, well, who's the person that we're supposed to like because of, Unreal and all this stuff? Like, who's WWE trying to make me like?
Well, that's the thing. How do you present good guys and bad guys? And Triple H even came out and said he wished that the heels would just get the heat when fans are mad. When you're watching Raw and they send you to a commercial break that shows you them planning out the fucking thing for Unreal. Like, you can't even keep your own suspension of disbelief through the same episode anymore because of that shit. They're throwing in your face constantly, here's the behind the scenes, so you can't get mad that the fans are taking that in and reacting that way. But here we go. They do.
I have this irrational fear that all the kayfabe breaking, as we're on a podcast, but all the kayfabe breaking is going to get so intertwined with the thing that the product's going to become less and less physical because everyone knows it's not real anyway, and everything's going to back off to where the point where it just looks fake and it's like a performance art and it's supposed to look fake.
Like I said, man, back.
So what you're saying is 1995 WWE?
I mean, kinda.
Take the tippy top guys like Brett and Sean out of there. So the whole show is Mantar and Aldo Montoya and...
Well, I'm talking about the in-ring product being affected by it to the point that...
I'm talking about that as well. You're getting Mantar matches.
No.
But where it's...
No. It's basically no contact. It's performance art where there's no actual hitting.
Have you seen it?
He's on his Mantar, he will not.
That though is like a... I noticed... How many times now do we see like bloody noses in matches, like busted lips? Like, I was thinking back. I don't know if I've ever broken somebody's nose in a wrestling match, but I would say that my reputation would have given me like I have a pretty good reputation for being one of the hardest hitting wrestlers. Whatever. And I never broke a nose. I never broke anybody's jaw. I never busted anybody's lip. Like, I can hit you very, very hard and make it look very, very real.
Mostly my fault, but the one time I broke my nose was I had a chair going at you, and I went to swing, and you hooked me in the rock bottom. This was in the chair. I tried to throw the chair, so I threw it, and I didn't know where it went, and I looked up, and it came straight down and caught me right between the eyes, like on the edge of the chair, and that broke my nose. You
definitely broke somebody's nose, Cash. You can't say that anymore.
That's not all.
If I threw that's not.
That's what gravity.
Here.
All right. But I could see what you're saying about the way it's going to look. Like, because like I said, I forget what we were talking about, but it was like the state of the WWE or state of pro wrestling or something. And I said then that WWE, it's not going to be too far off that it's just a pure reality show. It's going to look like every other reality show that's on TV, but it's going to have...
WWE will get closer and closer to that, but AEW is going to keep getting further and further away to be the alternative.
Yeah.
So they're going to turn into like shoot fights with like guns and knives in AEW at some point.
I can see them like
AEW is going that way. They're like, oh yeah, everyone knows it's fake, so we got to do stuff to just shoot real.
And Cash was saying that you see a lot of busted lips, a lot of busted noses in matches these days. And I think the reason for that is WWE performers probably do feel like, this shit's fucking cheesy as shit. We got to ratchet up the work so people at least believe in us if they don't believe in the rest of the show.
See, I think it comes down to the fact that
Fatal Influence are like, we're just going to break people's faces for real, and then...
Well, most of WWE's like newer roster especially, and it's, they've been doing this for years now where they're bringing people in that really don't have any prior professional wrestling. They haven't been on the indies for a while.
Oba's never been on the indies.
So they bring these guys in, and the more and more it's going towards this like completely different style of wrestling than AEW and everything. I just don't think they have that to where they have the ability to like really work on hitting. What is it? I'll hit you hard in safe places. Like, I just don't think they have the time to like fine tune what they're doing overall. So there's more like loose, sloppy.
I 100% agree. I get what he's talking about.
I don't know if I agree with that point though.
I think to fake fight someone and hit them hard and not hurt them takes time to get good at, and not just like, oh, I know where to hit. It's just like knowing how hard you can hit and how hard you should at certain times and that kind of thing. And that's like an art form. It's learned over time, and I think is what Cash is saying.
Yeah.
And they don't get that time to learn that art form.
You can't say they don't get the time when they spend 5 days a week, 9 hours a day at the performance center.
That's not the same.
That's not the same. That's not the, they're not. You're not working matches. You're not out in front of a crowd working live matches
against unknown people, someone you've never met till that day, and then you work someone else, and so you know what. But
what I'm saying is,
and then you work someone else. You know what
specific thing that Cash is bringing up. You don't need to be in front of a crowd to know how hard to hit somebody.
Well, I'm not saying crowd. I'm saying working with unknown people. Because when I went places, like I grew up working with Cash, and I knew how he worked. And I started working places, and people would make comments. You're stiff, and I get that. Oh, okay. Well, I'll try to. I know when I'm working with other people, I'll bring it back a little bit, and you start learning to gauge and working a variety of people and a variety of way they strike. And I think you can't get that just working the class over and over the same guys.
It's not 8 people in a class like when I ran a training school. They have 150 people in the performance center.
But it's still
all kinds of different people with all the kinds of different coaches.
Put it like this though. So if you're telling me that if you took 2 different wrestlers, one was working shows weekly, 2-3 days a week, 4 days a week, whatever, 2 to 4 shows a week, live in front of crowds, whatever, really being in the ring, really having to work matches, like full adrenaline going, everything. You take that one, and then you take the one that mostly is just doing training school, pops up and does a match every once in a while in front of a crowd. They're going to still be better. Like, they're not going to be as deficient. You don't think that's going to be... Like, I could have trained in a wrestling ring all day.
What I'm saying is matches are 8 minutes long. So you're going out working 3 times a week, let's say. You're getting 24 minutes of practice. I don't care if it's a minute. Yeah, if you work 3 8-minute matches, that's 24 minutes of practice
Why such short matches? If Tim Cross gave me 8 minutes, I would have said, "Is this a typo, sir?"
We'll give you an hour. This isn't the point. You're stopping me. So you get an hour. They're getting 40 hours a week of practice in. So if they're not learning strikes, you can't blame it on them not working. Now, there's all different aspects of wrestling that I agree with that thought process on. But the strikes themselves, you don't need a live audience. You don't need to know this, that, or whatever. Like, you're throwing strikes for at least 20 hours of your week.
I agree with technique.
Yeah, I just think overall you're going to be more sloppy.
I agree with Draven as far as technique goes.
So
I don't agree as far as...
I'm specifically talking about strikes and, like, hurting people and knowing how hard to hit. Not talking about, like, learning to figure out a crowd or any of the other...
I'm just talking sloppiness, being a little bit loose with your...
stuff. Like, that's not what I'm talking about.
Here's my question for you, Omega. Do you think different scenarios and different matches require a different amount of hitting hard, like, changes how hard you hit? Really? That's shocking to me.
I worked Honky Tonk Man and Rich Swan on the same day, and I hit them with the exact same strikes at the exact same speed I would send them.
No, I'm saying me and you work a year program to the biggest revenge show you've ever had in the main event in a ladder match. You don't think we're going to hit each other harder than we would working ASW in front of 100 people?
I wouldn't be sending it any harder because I always do 100% of what I think I can do safely.
Well, then I apologize. I did not do that. I definitely don't do that. And it also depends who I'm working.
If there's like 10 people there or 1,000 people there, I'm still throwing the strike that I throw. I might choose not to throw strikes if, like, chops or whatever. Like, if there's 10 people there, I'm not going to fuck somebody up. But, like, if I choose to throw a forearm, you're getting the same forearm in front of 10 as you are as 10,000.
Mine is more based on, I like to hit, I try to gauge the person I'm working, and I hit them as hard as I can without them thinking I'm shooting on them.
And basically. I think that's the wrong approach. I think you as a seasoned veteran worker should know how hard a strike should be thrown, and who cares if they're a baby or who cares if they're a tough guy? You're throwing the strike that's getting thrown.
Not a baby. I mean, like, I know if I hit my form I hit Cash with, with a rookie trainee kid in the ring, I will knock him out.
But if that's your normal strike, if that's the strike you throw all the time,
it's not. I don't have a strike I throw all the time.
But it should be. That's my point.
Can I insert a question here?
Sure.
What do you guys? Which one do you guys think is worse? Being stiffed with a strike, like way too, like just. I mean, it's like laid in there. It
on purpose or by accident?
Either one. It's just stiffed with a strike, or somebody doing such a poor job of throwing a strike that it's clearly 6-8 inches away from you, and you have to sell it.
That one by a mile. I've actually told. I'll tell this story. So Bennett Cole, he's a Rocky trainee. Jugs calls him the proto-jugulator because it kind of looks like Jugs. So Black Sheep Bennett Cole. I worked a match with him. It was a fair show. Not a lot of people, just the whatever outdoor Wattsburg fair. And he's throwing these pussy ass fucking shots. And I screamed to him, if you don't start hitting me for real, I'm fucking you up. Like, I would much rather get stiffed. I've had broken noses from Seth Allen accidentally hit me too hard with a kick in the nose and it broke my nose. I was less mad about that than somebody that would pull a thing and not hit it, and I have to sell that in the moment. Like, I get way more mad about that.
100%. And you know that like all of us are like that, and it's passed down our generation trained. And I got to see it in real time in like thing. So Dustin had to get hit with a cane by a manager woman who had never done it before, and she's nervous about it. And in the back, and we're all standing around talking or whatever, and he's, you know, the guy working said, you know, you got pretty hard or whatever. And I said, Dustin, come here. And I brought him over. I said, how hard do you want her to hit you or whatever? He goes, hit me with everything you got. Whatever you do not wuss out on it. And he says, I will be mad at you if you don't hit me as hard as you can. And I was like, that's my boy. Like,
have you guys both had to sell a strike from Fabulous Frederick?
No,
I'm sure, but I
never had to share the ring with him.
I can't recall.
I would never. The same show that Mad Dog 20 and Josh Prohibition were on. There was it was me Dog. Or M Dog 20.
You're thinking of the liquor, yeah.
It's a liquor. It was me and Ace Spalding versus Fabulous Frederick and Punchy McGee. Or no, you wrestled Punchy McGee that night, I think. Whoever we were against, but Fabulous Frederick was in the match, and I will never forget the punch he threw at me. That like I felt like I was stepping outside of myself and just looking at the distance between his hand and my face as it was happening. It's being like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" It was so, and I was like, "Oh, like I have to sell it." I was like,
a couple months after that Bennett Cole thing that I talked about, I was doing a thing with Rocky where he had to throw a chair shot at me as I suicide dived through a cage door. And I told him, if you do not swing this with everything you have, I will fuck you up in front of all these people. Don't worry about me. I'm going to protect myself. You have to make this look good. The whole match depends on it. So we did ref bump.
I've got that.
Ref bump. Rocky was the heel. I do suicide dive out of the cage, hit Bennett Cole. I win, blah, blah, blah. I turn around. He whacks me with the chair as hard as he can and rolls me in the ring. And we had another 15 minutes after that. If he didn't throw that chair shot as hard as he could, the next 15 minutes wouldn't have made sense.
I guarantee all three of us and everybody else in our group, you know, have said that to each other in a match at one point or another. There's multiple times I've said, no, just give me everything you got. It's my job, protect myself, make it like a shoot, like on many things to each other, back and forth, maybe each other in the same match. Like I'm sure me and Omega have said that to each other before. So.
All right, well, let's sell some T-shirts because
the Jugulator ones or the actual ones?
Ours, and what is that shirt right there you got there? It's the Jugulator. It's his beer.
Curb Stomp Ale.
I think it's, first of all, it's pronounced Jugulator.
Jugulator, Curb Stomp Ale. Again, I'm sure you can follow the Jugulator on Facebook and find links to everything, or just Google it. Do the Googles. But also Google the Kayfabe merch, or Aaron Draven merch, or whatever, and go buy some T-shirts. We'll be right back.
Oh, this T-shirt is gross, but what do I do? It's all I got.
That's the only shirt you've got? I might have a solution for you then. If you go to ProWrestlingTees.com and you search for Aaron Draven, which I think you guys can all see right there on the screen how to spell it, you can find official Gang Breaks Kayfabe t-shirts. That's right. Jason, can you believe it?
I can't, but what I can believe is you can get your official shirt of either all of us, or you can choose which one of us you like the best and get just our shirt. Fine.
Breaks Kayfabe full logo on a pink shirt, or pick. Do you prefer Vance, Jason, Cash, or Omega? And get a yellow shirt. Oh, I wish he wasn't doing that.
That's so
Let's get him a
weird.
long sleeve shirt.
So the only thing you guys didn't mention.
But Draven, how do they find
bring
those
up the
shirts
price.
again?
They are $19.99 each, no matter what design you pick. ProWrestlingTees.com/wrestlers-t-shirts/Aaron Draven. Super easy to remember. Definitely not going to be on the screen here because you're going to be able to remember it without me even putting a graphic up.
And go buy them. That way I can afford to buy one for myself.
I don't need this anymore.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
Lord.
Here we go. That was the whole reason he wanted to do this, is so he can take his shirt off.
Right now,
You know, to play this damn game.
We are back. Still no Jason. We don't know. Hopefully Jason's not possessed. Although, never mind. I take that back. Immediately I retract that. Having a possessed Jason on the next episode would be amazing.
I'm going to demand
Hopefully
it,
they're
actually.
wrestling. Hopefully they're a wrestling fan. It's gonna be weird.
All right. Well, so with everything going on in the world today, you know, you would hope wrestling would be a safe haven for us all. But unfortunately, much like life, it's always something in wrestling. And that's what we're going to talk about. So we have some random stories, news stories in the wrestling world. I'll go first. I'm going to combine mine and Jason's. Mine was about Dominic Mysterio's recent booking, and Jason's was the AAA tournament where the winner gets a shot at Roman Reigns and his title. So I'm just going to combine those. The Dominic thing, I'm wondering if they're like kind of ready to pull apart the Judgment Day as far as Dominic and wait a minute. Jason may get to present his own story. Please be possessed, Jason. Please be possessed, Jason.
There he is.
It's possessed, Jason.
Mid-episode.
Possessed by the liquor.
It does look, no, he's a statue. He's petrified.
It does look haunting.
He does. Yeah, you're real blurry.
Is that Orange High C that Slimer used to promote?
Yeah.
I don't know why it has that color to it. It is majority strawberry lemonade whiskey is what the majority of this is.
That's what you would try and say if you weren't going to a hotel that was possessed and Slimer was there to help you.
I wish that's all it was. Instead, it was just that we only heard the noise once, and we can't tell if it actually came from the office, and the only thing going in the office was a fan.
What are they a fan of?
Drove down here.
What were they a fan of, Jason?
Me coming in on my time off, apparently.
Well, we were really hoping that you were going to rejoin us possessed by the ghost.
No, sorry.
But you're just in time for It's Always Something in Wrestling. And Draven, that was called Ecto Cooler. The high C drink you were talking about. Green label, but orange juice.
Didn't you wish in real life when you thumbs down someone? It was
like me. It
was like
green on the outside, green in the ring, and orange on the inside.
I want to be able to
I will
thumbs
do
down
my best
people.
to have an Ecto Cooler if we take another break tonight. When we come back, I will try and have one in hand just to make it better.
I'm stuck.
Tim's thumbs down.
Yeah, and why? How come when I do it, Omega doesn't fall to his doom, and when Triple H does it, someone always falls to their doom? Why is that?
That was just one guy.
Because he's not on anyone's shoulders
who's the
right
other?
now.
I'll say every time Triple H is on it, it's happened. So it is a 100%.
Randy Orton. What's the other one?
But
oh no, it wasn't Batista. He turned on him too, but I guess it was a different turn. Yeah.
So one out of one.
Oh, and they teased it with Triple H up on Batista's shoulders again, and he was looking and doing that, and everyone was like, "Is he going to turn?" And then he didn't.
And then didn't they tease it again with Seth Rollins or somebody like that?
Yeah, I thought they did that when they did the corporate gimmick.
Yeah,
I thought they did too. Yeah.
All right. Well, Jason. Yeah. We're just about to get into It's Always Something in Wrestling, and I was going to combine ours, but we don't have to now. So I was talking about Dominic Mysterio's recent booking. And I wonder if they're about to kind of split him and JD off away from Judgment Day, because I feel like at this point it is now just a Liv, Roxy,
it's a female group, yeah.
Raquel, and kind of cool Ray off or Dominic off until he can go big babyface when he saves his dad or does something for his dad. So I wonder if they're just kind of they've got what they can out of heel Dominic for right now.
Right.
Maybe.
No.
I'm on the fence about it. I could see that.
I think.
I mean, I don't think
more
I don't
interesting.
think his booking.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I don't think his booking is. I see everybody, of course, since he's been getting pinned. That must mean that they're punishing him, because that's the only thing a pin can mean. So I just don't buy that. I think there's not a reason for like storylines maybe, but a reason for future booking.
So what I was gonna say is kind of the opposite of what you just said. So they're not punishing him for, like, I think you're misunderstanding what the thing is. Nobody's saying he's being punished because he's jobbing. They're jobbing him because he was outspoken, being pissed that his character is so serious in AAA, then he has to come on to Raw and do goofy shit that makes no sense and job to everybody. So, like, he did that in an interview. He said that out loud, and now WWE is making him do a bunch of jobs and shit.
I don't know. I've seen a bunch of people talking about it, like they think that it's like a punishment.
Yeah, a punishment for him speaking out.
But he'd already lost to Danhausen before he already lost to Danhausen before he spoke out. So it's not like he was on the up when he spoke out. He was already getting beat by Danhausen in a comedy match before that.
And had barely been on TV.
He's the top champion in AAA. Shouldn't you protect him a little fucking bit if you care about AAA?
Oh, I agree. I'm just saying he was already in the dumps before he spoke out. So,
well, losing to Danhausen doesn't mean you're in the doghouse.
Yeah, but he'd barely been like on TV wrestling.
When you're at his level and was the former Intercontinental Champion down to be in a comedy match with Danhausen with no real wrestling in it, I think it's a pretty big drop.
Where do you rate being the world champion of AAA?
Intercontinental.
So should the Intercontinental Champion be losing to Danhausen?
I agree. Yeah, I'm saying that.
Who is the Intercontinental Champion?
Chad Gable.
Nah, he shouldn't be losing.
Don't ask questions none of us know.
No, I agree with you. I'm just saying I don't think it was because of the interview, because the interview became after that. Well, so I think it...
I don't think the Danhausen thing, my personal opinion at least, the Danhausen thing isn't factored into this because he didn't... Like, he started talking shit after that, and they made him lose every week on Raw since?
No.
Yeah.
He's had two matches and lost both.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm saying he was already in this. That's a pretty big drop for sure. Already.
Isn't he in the AAA tournament thing?
He is not.
Oh, he's not. Okay, never
mind. And they did a backstage thing with him and Ray, which didn't really lead anywhere. But he was like, "Why am I not in it? You're my dad."
I'll just
say, Dragon Lee.
I think they could be getting more use out of Dominic than they do if they took him more seriously.
So that's why I just wonder if they're like done, like kind of just done with him as far as like they've got everything they can as a heel. And they're just kind of done with that. They're just waiting. But I do think, so the Raw thing, Dragon Lee's talking to Rey Mysterio and thanking him for putting him in the tournament. And then Dominic shows up and, you didn't even put me on the AAA champion and everything else. Then Dragon Lee just straight up beats him because Dragon Lee challenged him to a match. So Dragon Lee just straight up beats the AAA champion.
Yeah, should the AAA champion be losing to Dragon Lee ever under any circumstances?
Right, and unless it's a title change on a AAA show, like after a build-up. But and then like the announcers immediately are just like, well, that's a big win for Dragon Lee. Like not like it wasn't building to like But all right, so kind of sticking with the trip now that we're kind of dipping our toes in the AAA tournament. Jason, that is what you were going to bring up. So you want to lead us off on that one?
Yeah.
In
So I guess
Spanish?
the question in Espanol. Let me finish the drink.
Yeah, he's got to get real hammered before he can
Right.
speak Spanish. Did
Um,
you
Drunken
guys see that
Reason.
movie? I told you. I told
so
you
the
guys watched
question
that.
isn't, is it okay for the AAA champion to lose to Dragon Lee? The real question is, can Dragon Lee beat El Hijo de Dr. Junior Wagner Jr.
Dr.
Jr.,
Wagner Jr.
the longest title name ever? Like, it already says Junior. We don't need to know that you're.
But
Double
isn't he the
Junior.
third?
No, he's the son of.
He's the
Right,
son of
he's
Junior, so that makes him the third.
Yeah.
I know, but
So
why,
just say that.
It's the third. Yeah, you don't do.
They don't
I
do
will-
that in
juniors.
Mexico.
It's
I
so
will-
much cooler to be El Hijo del. That's
Look,
awesome.
Now the question is, because I'm not familiar with the culture, if you're not a wrestler, a lucha, is that how you would refer to yourself if you were the third?
I would hope so.
Like, just in normal civilian day.
I'm going to start. I'm going to figure out if I can find two long lost brothers or a brother
Yeah.
or something.
brother.
Long lost family. I just need a family lineage attached to, and I'm gonna start being El Hijo del.
I can hook you up
Day.
with foster kids.
There you go.
Wait.
That sounds illegal.
No.
So Ray
we
meets-
promote it.
No,
If anyone wants to be a foster parent, no.
I don't know. I had my earbud out. Everybody saw that. I didn't hear any of that conversation.
And then, like,
for
after these messages, we're
legal
experiencing
purposes.
technical difficulties.
all right, and then Jason, go ahead.
So Ray meets up with Roman and is like, "Hey, I need to talk with you. How about we have a tournament, and then the winner will take you on in Mexico City?" So the people in the tournament, who again, this is to go against Roman for his belt on a Raw show, but it's in Mexico.
I'm already anticipating this cast.
The first match is, and I'm not saying the matches won't be bad, but for what the prize is, for where it's at, what it is confusing. Penta versus Laredo Kid is the first match.
Spoiler alert: Penta.
Penta. Even though they did have Laredo Kid on TV, so people would be like, "Oh yeah, hey, we know who that guy is now." The next one is Psycho Clown versus La
I'll be back in a
Parka.
second.
Skinny La Parka.
See, that's exactly what I thought when I wrote this down.
It's Skinny
So-
La Parka.
La Parka versus Roman Reigns.
Or Psycho Clown versus Roman
Yeah.
Reigns. So then the next one is Dragon Lee versus
El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr.
Wagner the Third.
Junior.
El Hijo.
That's racist
Also,
to not say it the way that they say it.
Not only is that the name, but you also inherit their title of doctor just
Yep.
by being.
No,
Like, listen.
that would be Dr. El Hijo de
Well,
del
yeah, I
Dr.
mean,
Wagner Jr.
you've seen Step Brothers, right?
Gosh is right.
Right, I guess that would be right. That would make it even better. Dr. El Hijo del Doctor
Esquire.
Wagner Jr.
You've seen Step Brothers. He thought he should be a doctor just because his dad was. I'm gonna get
We're
into the
running
family
doctors.
business. I'm a doctor.
And then in the final match of the first round is Ray Phoenix versus El Fiscal.
El Fiscal.
That I assume he works in accounting.
You no.
He is
That
El
is not what
Hijo,
Fiscal
El
means.
Hijo de
IRS.
IRS. Yeah.
IRS.
There you go. So what
that is
I'm
a
assuming
fiend.
from
That
this
makes no
is half these people on this list the normal Raw fan have never heard of.
We've
So
by
that
the way,
kinda
we've already put more thought into
Yep.
this than the booking team has.
I'm sure. So I have a couple different ways this could roll through. So let's see what you guys think. I assume it's going to be Penta versus Ray Phoenix in the finals.
Yeah.
Penta, I guess, since he is actually on Raw, and just lost his belt, will be the one to go against Roman.
And also, I don't think they know the difference between Laredo Kid and Penta's brother.
Oh, well, that or Dragon Lee.
Or Dragon Lee. Yeah, they're all the same.
They all have
dude
very
to them,
similar
so.
builds and similar masks. I assume that here's what I want. Let's no assume, because God knows with booking. What I would like this to lead to is the Lucha Brothers are back together, and we'll get them against the Usos somewhere down the road.
Oh man! Now thanks for ruining it, because nothing's going to be that good. They're not going to do that.
Here's the other thing that this sounds more WWE though, so maybe we can get all this. La Parka is going to win the tournament. And here's why. Because we've had LA or La Knight, if you want, come out here for weeks talking about how he needs to get a shot at Roman. And he hasn't. La Parka wears full body covering.
Oh, no.
LA Knight's way too big. Way.
Yeah,
too
La
big.
Parka now is
has
skinny,
to be
tall
him the
La Parka.
whole time. La Parka, whoever's playing the character currently, can get through the tournament.
Fucking
But then when it
Jason,
comes time for the actual thing,
You made it worse by pitching the good thing first.
yeah. You're like, let me show you the highs, and here's where it's going to be the lowest of lows, and that's definitely going to happen.
But there also could be, I mean, however that works, the Usos could still show up, the Bloodline could still show up and interfere in other matches during it that could cause the Lucha Brothers to get back together to go against them. But I think that they're probably, this LA Park thing, as I wrote it out, that's when I was like, oh, I see what's happening.
Well, LA Park.
That's how LA Knight is going to, hey, you haven't won a tournament. Hey, you haven't done this. Hey, you haven't done this to get a shot against me. Well, guess what? There's a tournament.
Well,
He said I had to win a tournament.
They just had him on Raw show up backstage before the brackets were announced and say, or right after the brackets were announced, he showed up on Raw in an interview backstage and said, hey, I hear there's a Luchador tournament, so yeah, I'm a Luchador. Go and put me in this. And then Byron was like, well, actually, the brackets have just been posted. You're not in it. And he was like, huh, well, would you imagine that? And then stormed off. So, damn it. Jason's probably right.
Do they actually pull the trigger and have La Parka win and then unmask and it's LA Knight? No, because the match is happening in Mexico. That would get booed, actually.
Right.
So, with that, let me try to bring some positivity to this. Jason just sunk us into a depression hole. So, as the resident AAA viewer, weekly viewer, I'm going to keep high hopes for this because it is in Mexico City. So, the fact that it is in Mexico City, I'm still going with my original pick of El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. because he is
EDS.
Insanely over, and they have been building him on commentary, and
I think you are absolutely out of your mind if you think they're going to put some unproven dude on the main event of Raw. They're not trying to build AAA. They don't care about
issue.
AAA.
It's on Raw. It doesn't matter. It's in Mexico.
They're going to have Dom They're going to have Dom job to some mid-card dude on the same show. Watch. They don't care.
I'm just trying to stay hopeful here.
And that's positivity. Fine, but
I really
I'm just
want
trying
that
to think the logic.
The Lucha Brothers one.
I mean, when I saw
none of these people should win this match. Should be in a tournament to fight against him.
Penta versus Roman will be good.
That's the only option.
Well,
and how much is Penta as our resident triple person? How often is Penta showing up there?
You know what the Lucha Brothers will do in a match for the number one contendership to face Roman Reigns? You know what they're doing in that match? They'll be Canadian shorts off the top through the announce table.
Yeah, as soon as I saw the brackets and saw that the second round is set up to where if Penta and Rey Fenix advance, they'll be in the finals. And I was like, fuck, that probably is going to be what they do. But I'm sticking with El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. It's going to happen.
So, some money on it?
Right.
So,
if I can borrow some money, yes.
Pesos. Put some pesos.
So what if
might be worth more than ours?
Then, so Penta goes on to go against Roman. It still has all kinds of interference from the Usos. Rey comes out La Parka then comes out, and then it's LA Knight.
That's it.
fine.
Instead of him actually winning the tournament, he comes out that way.
I know a couple people who work at Stanford. I'm going to need your resume.
All right. Well,
that sounds great.
So Draven, let's get into yours. You want to discuss the recent Haas hires. So,
yeah, this one's pretty cut and dry. I think everyone's probably going to agree to, so I won't waste too much time on it. But when you're a company that hires Baron Corbin and Big Cass at the same time, and you use Baron Corbin to beat Trick Williams for the U.S. title instead of Big Cass, you don't deserve to keep your job. That's just the way it is. Big Cass has been gone almost 10 years, has been super protected, great shape, very menacing look. Corbin was booked like a dog shit. Didn't even eat dog shit, or maybe it was just dog food. But he's been booked like dog shit. The Lucky Corbin bullshit, the homeless guy, him losing the money in the bank once he won it, like all this stuff. They release him. He's not even gone long enough to be fucking room temperature yet. And they bring him back, and he's fucking just as stale as he ever was. And he brings Trick down by beating him. Like, if you want to tell a story, Trick's getting overconfident and gets murked by somebody that's, like, way more intense
Big
and
Cass.
dedicated. Yeah, Big Cass is the dude. It's the dumbest shit ever to bring Corbin back in that role when you brought Big Cass back at the same time.
Man.
Well,
apparently no plan.
Such a good point. That would be
Big Cass's plan is to show up wherever Dragon Lee is and kick him the hardest boot ever to the face.
I'll say, does it change your mind at all if you knew that Big Cass's big storyline he's in right now is he just randomly shows up and Big Boot's little wrestlers?
No, because they could have gave that to Corbin, because that was his NXT gimmick. He randomly showed up and beat up the indie guys that were in NXT.
Yeah. They're literally, they fucked up which one got which. Like, they had them draw cards. Is this like when
Johnny Ace signed the wrong one-legged guy? Is that what happened here?
I think so. Yeah, I think whoever was supposed to be writing down the booking got the names backwards. All right, Tim, you wanted to bring up the Avery Styles. I don't know if specifically Avery Styles, Eric Cannon, or just the whole situation.
The situation, and I don't want. I'm going to ask each individual their input on it before and poll people, because I think it'll be different. And I'll go with Jason first because he's not a worker. Okay. And so AJ Styles' son was accused by Eric Cannon of not wanting to pay his dues, because AJ put out a tweet saying, he just paying his dues and doing it the right way. And then Eric Cannon, Cole Caster's brother, said, how come at GCW didn't help at all, even though he was asked multiple times to help with chairs? He was hidden in the locker room. Do you think, who's in the right? Do you think Avery Styles should be helping with that stuff, or he should not because he was brought in by GCW?
Isn't everyone that's there paid and brought in by GCW?
Maybe some of the real undercard or like trainees aren't, but
I mean, but that's the first thing. There's a difference between expecting someone to do it and then asking them and them saying no, and it's because you paid me more than everyone else, so I shouldn't have to. That just seems different. I don't see any issue with them asking him. And again, he's had 3 matches at this point. Literally, this is nepotism at its best, I guess, because you have not proven anything to anyone in this locker room other than your dad's last name. So why not get on everyone's good side, spend 10 minutes putting up some chairs, carrying the canvas, whatever it might be, just to, if it's just a one shot, well, guess what? It's probably now going to be a one shot. You're not coming back here again.
So
because here's the other side of that is, so let's say it was AJ, okay? They pay AJ to come in. No, we know that because we paid you to come in, we made all this gate tonight. Putting Avery's name on a flyer, who came to see you? We might have paid you to be here, but how many people showed up going, I only bought that ticket tonight because of this guy.
So is it to you about age in the business or about draw in the business is the cutoff for helping?
Oh, I don't know. I think we need one of those charts.
That's a Venn
find
diagram,
out charts.
And I think I really want to hear Omega's take next. So I think he might have the opposite, maybe.
Because the other thing is, I mean, it's just a decent thing to do. First off, and as the non-worker, how many shows have I gone to that I'm like, oh, you guys are cleaning up some chairs? So yeah, I'm still here. I might as well help. No, like I didn't necessarily pay to get into the show. I didn't add anything by me being there, but still, hey, you put on a show for me, so I can help pick up some chairs. It just kind of seems it seems like this is a small thing that can give him a bad rep moving forward over what could have been a nothing, if that makes sense. Like, because no one was going to be taking pictures like they did, like the picture of Jimmy Hart cleaning up and sweeping and
I've personally seen Jimmy Hart.
No one was going to take a picture of him and be like, "Hey, look what he did after the show." So it wasn't for that. It's more for the rapport with the boys, I would assume. With and if you really are already at a place where you're like, I don't need this company, I'm never coming back again, what do I care? Or you already have an attitude of, I'm this guy's son, so I don't have to. Or if my dad was here, he wouldn't do it.
All right, Draven is one of the boys.
Yeah.
What's your take?
I'm going to start with this. I was on a wrestling show in Nitro, West Virginia that drew about 30 people paid. On that show, I got to witness...
Was I on it too?
The Princes of Portugal take on the New Age Outlaws. And I got to witness Billy Gunn do most of the ring work. Well, at that point, it was 2008, 2009, somewhere around there. Already had his WWE run, was a current TNA talent. He wasn't too good to help with the ring. So my real take...
asked me if I did.
I know you didn't, because that was going to be the next part of this. So I'm going to honestly have a nuanced take on this. Avery Styles is the son of one of the greatest workers of all time. There's going to be preconceived notions about him where people are going to assume he's a brat. They're going to assume he's been handed things. They're going to assume a lot of stuff about him. Why would you give anyone any fuel? You got to work 2 times as hard when you're one of the legend's kids to not have that stigma.
I agree. He should.
So I think smart. It was an immature and just a dumb move on his part. Now, the nuanced part of this is, like you just said, you didn't help on the show that Billy Gunn helped tear down. Like, when you've been in the business a while, when you get paid more, when you're a draw, those are all, like, kind of things you can ease back a little bit on the help. It's more like he's not at that point yet. I don't care if he was the highest paid guy they put on that card. He's got to overcome that second generation curse, as I'll put it.
You know what's funny is the way it works. So as you move up the card and when you start main eventing on a regular basis, the ring's already down by the time you're even in street clothes usually. And you get used to that being like, I wrestled, I get done, everyone's already done, and I go home. And you get on that path. And then if you do that for long enough, it's just what you do. When you get on wrestling, you don't even think about it anymore.
And the second part of that... The second part of that second generation thing, Cody made a post just tonight, kind of backing up Avery Styles and saying, oh, your dad was gone the whole time, working his ass off on the road. Like, that was us starting to pay our dues. Like, people don't understand that. Okay, so, like, your dad's Dusty Rhodes. You got to live the good life. And I understand what you're saying. He's gone a lot of time. My dad was gone. He was a piece of shit. Like, I don't get any extra credit or don't have to put up a ring because of that. Why do you get to put up a ring for that?
Well, And okay, so what about any sons and daughters of workers who don't go into the business? Did they get a break at their new job because their dad or mom was out on the road 300 days a year?
Nobody's telling Styles he had to put up the whole ring by himself for all that shit. Like, just give the illusion that you're helping and paying your dues, especially when this all started, because there was a Natty Neidhart interview where she was fucking going around beating her chest about how good he is about paying his dues and he's doing it the right way. Well, you don't get to pick and choose what part of the indies you want to do. If you want the street credit from it, you got to do it all.
Yeah.
Cole Cash.
Okay, so my easy answer to this is that I have to be on the side of my Grappledonger, Eric Cannon. That is your wrestling twin.
Your wrestling. We got you.
Oh, yeah, wrestling.
Yeah, my Grappledonger.
I don't like that term.
Eric Cannon, I have to side with him. We were twins at one point. You know, I don't know what he's looking like these days exactly. I think he still has some hair. He got the better genes. But yeah, I mean, but I think this is all in a vacuum. I think the whole situation with Eric Cannon and AJ Styles back and forth, and then Cody jumping in, it's all very silly to me. It's all a very silly, like, we used to call, like, say, like, white people problem. So, like, this is a very silly, like, pro wrestling problem. But at the same time, to me, looking out of the way different people have been involving themselves, so Cody, you know, AJ, of course, it's his son, but all these people kind of coming out in defense of Sean, or I keep wanting to call him Sean Avery, Avery Styles in different ways. It's very much a reflection of our society of it's always safer to take the higher prestige person side. Like, you want to be, like, just like you want people to get by on their own merit, but also, like, there's a special place we reserve for, like, people of families or legacies that we're, like, attached to, so, or that seem like we project them as, like, being successful and better. We tend to try to, like, as a society, always go to, it's just a nepotism thing, like Jason said, and I think it's not so much whatever Avery Styles should be doing or not, but just the way people have defended him as, well, he's AJ Styles' son, so he shouldn't have to. Like, it just seems like such a...
How's that even? Yeah.
Bronny James. Like, he's Bronny James, so it doesn't matter that he's not good at basketball, but he's LeBron's son, so that's why he's on the Lakers. Like, playing in games. Like, taking a roster spot from somebody that didn't have LeBron as his dad, who's a better player.
He doesn't have a roster spot.
Not anymore. I mean, he did, though.
Well, no, they just he comes in when someone's hurt and they have extra space. He plays on their G League team, so he hasn't got he's on the minimum you're allowed to pay someone, and he hardly ever plays.
Yeah, but I don't know. I thought
being on the team is still something, though.
I mean, but he was, like, starting towards the end of the season, wasn't he?
No.
Oh, I thought he was starting some game. But yeah, it's to me, it's kind of the same thing where it's like, just because he's AJ Styles' son, he should get handled differently. Like, this should be a thing that we should be drilling this into the sons and daughters of pro wrestlers, the people that have never known anyone in wrestling and are just getting into it. Like, this should just be drilled into everyone's head, no matter where you're, like, just as, like, a community, any other community thing, pitch in and help. Like,
see, I think it's odd that, so, you know, he never saw his dad set up a ring, probably, because he would have been a little child, but, like, when AJ would still probably be setting up rings, you know, because he's been WWE for forever now. But, like, my daughter knows, and what's funny is she will point out when she sees trainees not helping with the ring. She'll tell me. She'll be like, "Hey, did you see so?" She's a snitch. So, because she knows that's a pet peeve of mine. And she'll be like, "Did you see they didn't help with the ring?" I was like, "Oh, no, I didn't." And she's like, "Yeah, they didn't carry anything." And I'm like, "Okay."
Well, so as an example of that, or like a scenario, so, like, it's kind of surprising to me that AJ wouldn't be more.
That's what I'm saying.
So if me or you watched one of our kids, the ones we trained, Dustin, Logan, any of that, if we were at a show and saw them, like, not, we'd be pissed, right? Yeah. And we'd be like, "Hey, what have we taught you better than that?" Like,
if it was my daughter, if my daughter gets into the business and she doesn't carry rings, at least for a few years, she'll know I'd be upset with her.
Yeah. You gotta be like, "Hey, yeah, I taught you better." So it is surprising to me.
The other side of it is, too, like, you're AJ Styles' son. If you don't want to put up chairs and you want this cushioned, like, high life, just go to the fucking performance center. Yeah. If AJ can't get you in and they said no and go do the indies, you got to do it all.
Well, and so to be fair, again, I think I saw a report. It might not be reported, but there could be the possibility that, like, GCW like explicitly told him, "Hey, don't worry about, just show up."
No,
when the show.
GCW's already posted that they didn't give him an out for anything like that.
Oh, I saw that they said that the Eric Cannon's thoughts were not the same as theirs. Is the only thing I saw.
They said he doesn't speak for him, but everything he said was true.
Was his truth. I don't think they agreed with him. I think they
worded
just
it like that.
Oh, maybe not. I don't know, but yeah. So there's explanations. Like then other people have jumped in and said, "Well, I've seen him helping with shows. This show, who knows what?" I think this may have been but I think as an overall picture, just as a general rule of thumb, no matter who you are.
Here's the truth, though. If Natty doesn't do that article and beat her chest about how he's doing it the right way, none of this even happens. Eric Cannon wouldn't make a comment about it. He wouldn't have.
I didn't even know any of that. I didn't know why.
If Eric Cannon makes a comment, yes, we all know him. But if AJ doesn't respond to the comment, are we talking about it tonight?
No.
Did AJ make it any better by him getting involved?
No, AJ
did Cody make it,
and then all AJ's followers went and started shit talking Eric Cannon.
It probably will get Sean Avery not Sean Avery, Avery Styles some bookings though.
I feel like some bookings. I can promise you, there's one person that was planning on wanting to use them.
Really?
I feel like AJ has too much time on his hands because he also posted about how he doesn't think people should be commenting on how Julia's being booked currently, and they should just sit back and enjoy the show and not be commenting on things.
Yeah, it's super frustrating that
no one asked you, AJ, what your opinion is on what I feel about how Julia's being booked.
It's super frustrating that AJ's like my favorite in-ring worker of all time, and he's also got a problematic past with some of the shit he said, and now he's got TKO's balls so deep down his throat, I don't even really respect him anymore.
Hey, first off, that's my role. Is your favorite wrestler of all time Triple H? You know what I got to deal with on a daily basis?
Well, I've seen it in the group chats what you got to deal with.
In breaking nepotism news, Zilla Fatu just showed up on NXT tonight, so we'll see if he helped put away the chairs. If he was raced right or not. Sorry for spoiling NXT, boys.
So Tim, what are do you have additional thoughts about it?
Yeah, some of mine were kind of met. My whole thing I really wanted to push was that, especially because of who you are, you can actually get away with it not being a no-name dude. You can kind of skirt away or whatever. But being it, you have to do extra. And if his dad did not instill that to him, then I don't know. AJ failed as a wrestling dad.
Did you guys see Brian Pillman Jr.'s take on it? It was essentially, I never had to put a ring up till I got to WWE. He'll put plenty of rings up when he gets here. Leave him alone.
And saying that he didn't even know that he was supposed to set up rings until he got to NXT. No one ever made him. It's like, well, yeah, no, there usually isn't somebody that comes to the locker room in the night and makes you go, unless you're a trainee on the show, and then you're the first one to be like, hey, get your ass over there and start tearing that ring down. I'm gonna go home. But yeah, they don't come up to you and tell you and then you're gonna tear the ring down. It's just if you're one of the guys, if you're one of the boys, if you're a worker, you kind of just that's what you're doing. Post show, you're hanging out with the other workers, and you're all kind of tearing down the ring.
Everyone's making such a big deal about all this, but the truth is, you don't even have to do that much. Put 4 chairs away, take one board, and then you're done. People saw you helping, you get credit for it.
But also not knowing is crazy because my daughter has tightened ropes with me before. I mean, as a 10-year-old child even would tighten ropes.
That 10-year-old child has her father telling her what to do. This 10-year-old child didn't have a father.
Okay, Cody Rhodes.
Christian?
His whole thing was my dad wasn't, his dad wasn't there. He's already paid his dues.
It was a different kind of joke. Dead dad joke.
I know.
Right. That'd be a Christian joke.
Yeah, I think you just, again,
Christians are brutal.
You're just kind of you grab a chair, you put it up, you do, you one board, whatever it is. But I think it is a community thing that's important in wrestling.
Yeah, if they ask you, that's crazy.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I would. So I'm not that young, but if that happened to me, like say in the past year I wrestled or whatever, I would have said no. Like straight up would have been like no to their face and kind of laughed probably. So there you go.
Yeah, I'm trying to like most shows I was on with anybody of like any kind of name value or been in the business forever. You'd still always see them like they weren't in the underneath the ring getting the tie cable off, but they were helping. They were around. They were talking.
So that's kind of true because every time I got to the building for Tim, he would ask me if I've ran the ropes yet and let him know. So I get in and run the ropes, and then I sometimes have to get a couple people. Hey, let's all take these down. We need to retighten this one, move this one, and get them lined up right because they would just get jacked up from the show before. So I did that very often. So I messed with the ropes, but I didn't carry any metal or boards.
See,
that's still helping towards the betterment of the show.
Yeah.
Getting him to do that though is or him getting you to do that is he was doing the method of when you're trying to get a kid to like behave or whatever, you give them a little job to do. Like
well, it's also
quit causing trouble in my locker room, go tighten the ropes.
I don't want to put myself over, but have you seen how I hit the ropes when I just run them for fun? And I think that's part of it too. I'm the hardest rope hitter I know.
It's not, and it doesn't look fun.
No, for some reason I just love it. I don't know why, but I just love it. The sprint and hit them as hard as you can to get that slingshot effect. So I just hit them as hard as I possibly can.
I always though, like, because I've watched you do that many of times, and I've always in my head thought like, this is like the person that tests the roller coaster for the first time.
Yes,
like the way you hit them, there's a good chance one could break.
As I got older, the first two shots were a little lighter and it would build. I would just go full bore. Back in the day, I would just go full bore. But yeah, I do a few easy, a couple faster, and then some full speeds.
I was always ready because I was always like, here's the one where he's going to hit it. He's just going to snap. He goes flying.
I a lot of times get a ring to go ka-tink, that big, like the under cables or whatever, settling or like a hook going into place. If you hit them real hard, you can get that good crack.
Yeah.
Crack. Oh, I want that good crack. Let me know where I can get that.
Everybody goes.
Name the episode name. That good crack.
Everyone get your good crack, and we'll be right back. We got another 5-star booker coming at you. So, get your crack on, and we'll see you on the other side. All right, it is time to once again put on our Booker hats, and there's some High C Ecto Cooler right there, and do a little 5-star booking. Shout out to WrestleJoy. This is the website he made, 5starbooker.com. It is endless source of entertainment. You can do salary cap, non-salary cap, whatever you like, but you book your own show. Various promotions, you pick how many you want, how little you want, different years. I did one today, which is it was the community. You do like I think it's called Community. So my main event from that one, very hard to book that because it takes you back to some promotions from like the 1940s. So my main event for that show ended up being El Santo defeating Gorgeous George in the main event in a steel cage.
That would draw like 600,000.
Right. Yeah. Like, whoa.
None from the United States.
Yeah. So yeah, really fun program to play around with. Make sure you make an account. That way you get all of your matches, your booking cards.
I still haven't
saved.
Done that. I've only played about 3 games that weren't for this podcast.
Well, yeah, I do it all the time. I think Draven
I will put it out here. If you can find me and use me in a match in 5-star Booker, and you post the link down below, I will send you a free Omega shirt.
Okay.
You have to be able to find me. I'm like a needle in a haystack on there, but I'm in there.
Yeah. So what we did
I gotta
was
find something.
Wait, not open to you guys.
so what we did was one of the worst days of our lives was reviewing WrestleMania 7 on this podcast. You can go back and find that. But
My
we
grandpa
thought
dying, WrestleMania 7. Yeah, those are them.
Yeah, we thought, what if we could do better? Surely we can do better. Anybody could do better. So we took the 5-star booker, set the parameters to 1991 only WWF, and a $200 salary cap. So we're going to see if we can beat WrestleMania 7 in their card. So now WrestleMania 7 did have 15 matches, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
So we're only limited to 5.
And we are going to say up front, there's no way to like separate it by month. So anyone that was in WWE in 91 is eligible, even if they didn't show up till November or whatever. We still use them.
I will go first. I found this extremely difficult. Looking back, I'm like, oh, that's why WrestleMania 7 sucked. Definitely for 15.
Like I messed mine up because I didn't feel like it was hard at all.
Well, we shall find out. I found it very hard. I thought definitely for that roster at the time, 15 matches. God damn, that would have been hard. So I ended up with a 4-star show. I am live from the WrestleMania 7, coming at you live from the Agricultural Hall in Allentown, PA, my old hometown, Cole Cash's old hometown. The place where I showed up, and they thought that I was my Grappledonger Eric Cannon. I think is the only reason they booked me.
Grappledonger has to be the name of the episode now.
Opening match for my WrestleMania 7, the Berserker defeated Jim Duggan.
Ugh.
Yeah. That match got 2 stars.
I love how Cash says it, and then he just watches us and waits for us.
What had happened was, I spent all my money on my semi-main and my main event, and I thought I'll let the pieces really lie for the rest of this show. So, second match, Jimmy Superfly Snuka defeats Marty Jannetty.
So far, this show is awful.
That was another 2-star match.
Was that Murderer's match?
Murder on a pole.
They wouldn't let me pick that option.
No, someone's going to be innocent. Someone's going to jail. We put the arrest order on a pole. When you can see who goes to jail for murder.
The warrant. Warrant on a pole match.
Yeah, that's a way better match now that I think about it.
So hey, WrestleJoy, for listening, would you please add warrant on a pole match for us? Third match, Earthquake defeats Haku.
I hate this show.
That was also a 2-star match. Now we're getting into my semi-main. I've got Bret Hart defeating Ted DiBiase in the semi-main.
Okay.
And that was a ladder match. So in my head, this is for the Intercontinental Championship. And that match got
Ted DiBiase in a lot of matches.
Yeah,
Brett can make it work. That got 6 stars.
You can make easy way to make it work. He just keeps sending Virgil up the ladder for him.
I just see him jumping off the ladder with that and get hit in the stomach and doing the front flip.
The
That's
falling
definitely
back
happening.
fist elbow thing he did.
Yes.
Yeah. That got 6.25 stars.
Those spots are 6.25 right there.
My main event is a steel cage match between the Macho Man Randy Savage and Mr. Perfect, with Randy Savage coming out victorious. And that
steel
got
cage, you said?
Yeah, and that got 6 stars. Even though in the little review of it, they had very negative things to say about putting Mr. Perfect in the main event.
Oh. He was
expensive
last time we did this.
He was the most expensive guy on the board.
He was
the first
also
pick when
very over at that point and very protected still too.
Yeah.
Weird.
All right, so yeah, 4-star card. I am perfectly fine with saying that mine's not winning tonight. Who would like to go next?
Let's hear Tim, since he said he didn't have any issues with this.
Yeah, it was easy.
Okay. Yes, barely an inconvenience. So I thought when you guys were talking, I was like, did I mess up the years? Because I didn't find this hard. And then I was looking and I was like, no, we got a lot of the same people. So first of all, I raised you an even worse building, possibly. The Burlington County Vocational School Gym in Mount Holly, New Jersey.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
They were really downgraded from the Memorial Coliseum they were supposed to run that year.
That is
that's
a packed WrestleMania.
And that is a long read. So my opener is Haku versus Steve Regal.
Okay, so I saw the Steve Regals. I saw the Taz.
That's not Lord Steve Regal. That's the really old AWA Steve Regal.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, so that's what made me think I picked. I was like, did I get WCW also in the same year? Because I swore he was in WCW, but maybe he wrestled a couple darks. There
was a lot of guys.
There was a Steve Regal in the AWA that also did jobs for WWE.
Was there a Taz?
Yes,
because Taz was also
on the list.
I almost picked him too because I thought it was Taz, but
he did a bunch of jobs and dark matches and stuff for him in 91, 92, 93.
Yeah, that's why I figured a lot of these guys were like dark match guys. But yeah, it was crazy. Some of the guys on the list. Go ahead.
So the next one I want to say, I thought it said a different name, and you'll see why. I got the Ultimate Warrior, and then once I picked it, I could have back, and I was like, that's fine. Ultimate Warrior, that was on purpose, believe it or not.
Okay.
Star Power defeats Dustin Rhodes. Surprise, surprise. So it was Dusty Rhodes, and I was like, yeah, that would be weird and interesting.
So very young.
I don't hate it. I think it might have young cowboy natural Dustin. Yeah.
Might not have been too bad.
Then I got Mr. Perfect and Bret Hart.
Okay.
Because, of course. Oh, I didn't tell you the stars. Haku and Regal, apparently not the right Regal, got 2 and an empty star.
Okay.
Ultimate Warrior defeats Dustin Rhodes, got 3 stars. Mr. Perfect defeats Bret Hart, and it got 6 stars. Then my next match is, and this is a weird one too, and he's going to hit Sid Justice, and he's going to hit the powerbomb for the finish. I'm already calling it because it says defeats Andre the Giant.
Once again, me and Tim have some overlap.
If Andre took a powerbomb in 91, he would have exploded.
Yeah, he would have exploded in the ring.
Hogan, I see your body slam, and I raise you a powerbomb.
Oh, poor Andre.
That got 4 stars.
Okay, well, yeah. If a wrestler explodes in the ring, you give it at least 4 stars. Automatic.
Right.
And then my main event in a ladder match, Ric Flair defeats Shawn Michaels, 7 stars.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. I didn't get anything that high.
7 stars. Wow. What was your overall rating for the show?
4 3/4.
Okay, so you got mine beat there. That's pretty good.
Yeah, there's some good stuff there, but you also used an AWA jobber on WrestleMania. That's a little weird.
I thought it was Regal.
Well, I kept seeing the name. I thought Lord Steven Regal is who I thought.
So
I was
all
like, that's
was
weird.
Steven Regal, but you, and I decided to use him. So you guys didn't even want Steven Regal.
It's going to be hard to find a picture of Steve Regal to use for the little graphic here, too.
Right.
All right, Jason. What?
All right. So my card was also, spoiler, 3 3/4 stars.
3 3/4.
Yeah, yours is the worst.
4 3/4.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Hold on a second.
His blood alcohol is getting low.
All right, my reading juice is working. My eyes were fogged up. I'm better now. I used $199 of my $200, and there's a note. I don't know if you guys got this or not, but it said, "Book from one promotion. Generous judges tonight."
I probably got that too.
So there's that.
I didn't notice it, but I spent all $200 every dollar.
I did.
I spent 197.
And I work opposite of how Cash does, and I use all my money in the opening match. And then as the card goes, I'm like, oh, I only got $12 left per guy, right? Cool.
Where's your WrestleMania 7 coming coming at us
It
from?
is coming to us live from the Richfield Coliseum in Richfield, Ohio.
Best one yet. It's Coliseum.
Mm-hmm. Formerly called the Armory, I'm sure, in Richfield. The opener, the Hart Foundation versus Money Inc. 6 stars.
I can't afford tag teams.
Hart Foundation going over.
Yeah.
I book like an indie booker.
In my match 2, Roddy Piper versus Ric Flair in a submission match.
Wow.
You're
7
doing
stars.
You're doing old school Saturday Night's Main Event booking style.
So far, he's killing it.
You preload the front, and then the rest is the undercard.
It gets. That's all I'll say.
Steve Regal in the main event.
Damn it, Steve Regal versus Taz.
All right, so match 3.
All right. So, in my take on the Mountie versus Boss Man, we have Sid Justice versus the Boss Man.
Well, that's natural storytelling there.
There we go. It's and it was 3.5 stars with Sid
Arn Anderson as the referee.
That's Boss Man. That's Boss Man fighting fighting against what he believes in.
Yes.
That's a good
Unless
story
he's
right
turned
there.
heel and
now he's trying to punish. He's trying to punish those who.
There's a story there, and I feel like the storyline could have made it more than that 3.5 stars they gave me. Next up, we have Greg Valentine losing to Dustin Rhodes.
No way.
In 3.5 stars.
That's your semi-main.
Way.
That's a semi-main.
He got better rating than Warrior and Dustin.
And then in my main event, 4 stars. We have
7
Earthquake
stars
beating
second match.
Andre the Giant. He didn't have to pick him up. He just had to sit on him.
Who's beating him?
Huh? Earthquake.
Oh, Earthquake. Okay.
I mean, they did have a story at the time. I hope they gave you a bonus for that.
Yeah.
I got a bonus for star power and a Hall of Fame bonus.
I mean, you see that? It's when you first. Yeah, it's when you first finish.
When it gives you the whole list, you can click on.
I still have that page open.
Show all breakdowns.
You really did do that Saturday Night's Main Event style from back in the day.
Yeah.
Where your opener and your second match are your big 2 matches. You just work backwards.
Honestly, though, I feel like that's how every game I play in it, that's how I book, though. Like, because I want to say in my head, you want your opener and then your main to be the... And then I just keep booking straight down through unless there's one name I'm like, oh, I want to put that guy in further on the card. But, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got for us,
I would just say this. I'm upset that your card got a 1/4 star higher than mine. I would just like to say I think mine did not have reverse booking order.
And I'm upset that my card got the same as Tim's.
Oh,
3/4. Yeah, I'm upset. I could have at least had 4.5.
Mine here, I will preface with saying I didn't necessarily go with what I think personally would be the best match. I went with what I thought would be the best WrestleMania, trying to do the best. Okay, so from the Mid-Hudson Civic Center in Poughkeepsie, New York, we have WrestleMania 7. $200 out of $200 used. A 5-star show.
Damn.
My most expensive match is my opener at $52. We have Demolition defeating the Road Warriors.
Okay.
He did it.
6 stars.
He did it.
He did it. That's what we all waited for.
Next up.
6 stars?
Yeah, 6 stars. Next up, we have a 4.5 star match. This is my gimmick match of the night. In a dog collar match, Andre the Giant defeats Sergeant Slaughter.
Oh.
I think it would work, man. Think about Slaughter in the boot camp match and having to work extra hard because Andre's a little immobile.
Yeah.
Now, number 3 was my work rate match, and I realized it was time for my work rate match when I was all out of money here. So, still decent, 3.5 stars. Rick the Model Martel defeats Marty Jannetty.
I mean, work-wise, yeah. Solid match.
Be good.
Next up, we have the second most expensive match on my card. In the semi-main event, a 5.5-star match. The Undertaker defeats Sid Justice.
We got that for Mania 13.
It would have been better when they were younger.
6 years later.
Yeah.
And then the main event in a 5.5-star match for the world title, Hulk Hogan beats Ric Flair.
I mean, 91. They did it in WCW in what, 93?
94.
94.
So, did anyone try to book Hogan other than you?
I tried.
And what message did you get?
Doesn't work for me, brother. I tried to put him against Haku. Just for Haku to hurt
What
him.
I've noticed is if you book him and it's not the main event, you get that.
Well, and because I did it too, and it says, like, you have the option. Do you want to book around him saying, brother, it doesn't work for me, or do you just want to move him to the main event? And I was like, no.
It's politicking you?
So, Demolition versus the Road Warriors, I think that would have been over as fuck. They never actually went with it till it was too late.
Mm-hmm.
Andre and Slaughter, I think, would be good with that gimmick. Martel Jannetty's fine. Undertaker, Sid, Hogan, Flair. Like, I'm happy with what I got there.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, I think it's definitely worthy of the 5 stars. Yeah, I won't book Hogan, brother. He does not work for me.
I just did it just to see if I
was trying to get Haku to rip his eye out. That was my thing.
Now, if there was a match stipulation where you could pick Haku rips your eye out match.
They had that. There is a stipulation with that. With Dominic and Seth, or Ray and Seth did it. Eye for an eye match.
Oh, yeah.
Awful.
So there you go, Cash.
So 3 of us used Andre. 2 of us used fucking Dustin Rhodes.
I used Jannetty.
Yeah, most of us used Jannetty.
Ric Flair, me and you used Ric Flair. Yeah,
me and Tim both used Earthquake.
I had Earthquake also.
Yeah.
Or Jason.
I was the only one that didn't use Earthquake.
Shawn Michaels.
And me and Tim both used Sid.
I had Sid.
Sure, about Shawn. Oh. Shawn and Brett. What about Brett?
I didn't put any Brett
on my card.
I
used the Heart Foundation, so Brett was there.
So let me give you my the first time I did this, and then I went back and did it again later because I thought I had cheated by using somebody that wasn't actually on the roster. Does it show my...
All mine have all been first guess.
Yeah.
I did this one time like 2 weeks ago when we first talked about this idea, and I liked it so much, I'm like, not even trying again.
I can't... Oh, there it is. So I did one, but then I had to go back because I thought, like I said, I thought it was cheating, but it was... I had Shawn Michaels, a dude named Masakatsu Funaki.
Oh, yeah, I saw him in the list.
I picked him because it was like the only good worker left to work Shawn with the amount of money I had. And then I was like, I don't know who that dude is. So I Googled it, and he was on the big WWF, forget what Japanese promotion. But it was like he was like on that show, but he never actually worked for WWF. But then I had the Big Boss Man and Haku, so I used Haku there. Rick Martel, Jim Duggan, and then I had the Ultimate Warrior defeating the Rockers in a handicap match. Which I was like, at 91, like, that would have been the weirdest thing ever because like, it's baby and baby, but like, it'd be fun to watch Shawn and Marty bump around for the Warrior. And then my main event was Randy Savage defeating Mr. Perfect. So, same main event. But yeah. So, everybody should check out 5-Star Booker. Let us know we'll have a community poll. You can vote which one of us had the best card. My vote goes to Draven for this one. And I found this very difficult to do. If you guys have a challenge for us on 5-Star Booker, if there's a specific promotion, set of promotion, years, try to book a card out of a certain year and promotion like we did for WrestleMania 7 here, let us know in the comments. We can make that happen. Again, thank you to WrestleJoy for making 5starbooker.com. Everybody go check it out. And we'll be back soon with our AEW All In. I think that's the next pay-per-view. We'll be back soon with our predictions for that show. To see who gets that one. Can I make it 3 in a row for my rants? Am I winning right now, or is Tim still in the lead overall
pull up
standings?
the live stats here.
This new format has changed things drastically. Big swings.
I don't like
Tim, as Tim said, it kind of baselined us all. Gave me a chance to kind of come back even ground.
Vance is actually in third place when we haven't factored in the bonus points yet. So just pure scoring right now. Omega, 124. Cash, 123. Vance, 120. Jason, 112. So Jason's only 12 points back from first place.
I think this is like playing Monopoly and Omega's the banker. He's been sliding some hundreds over his way.
No, I will tell you, though, if I do have the math on when we do the bonus points, because you get 10 for a win and 5 if you did a perfect show. So the grand total of points, Vance, you're still in first place.
That's what I thought. Oh. Okay. Because you've had a perfect show. Some of your bold predictions.
4 wins, so.
Yeah. So we shall see who gets the most correct picks for AEW All In. And then I was shocked. Money in the Bank's not till October. So I was shocked WWE's not forcing some pay-per-view. I guess they're doing the Mexico City Raw and a Saturday night's main event, I think. But yeah, they're not trying to shoehorn in a random ass.
Well, they just haven't scheduled their
counter programming.
AEW.
Yeah. But I think the lesson from this show is if you're on a wrestling show, help set up the damn ring. And as always, the other piece of advice we always give you here, Gang Breaks Kayfabe, night, and keep your butthole tight.